what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Welcome to our website. We got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
The moon, the stars, the sky. Come on closer, baby, let the lights go out. Yeah. We fall and then we rise. No more alibis, I wanna hide now. Yeah. Falling to the fire, baby, we could ride the night, yeah. I'ma show you, or we could shine the light, hey. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay, it's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Your love, your love. Your love, your love. Walk a straight line, how many fingers? An ecstasy, fragrance lingers, yeah. And those endless conversations, and you feel it floating now. I finally got you, and I'm following you into the fire. Baby, we could ride the night, yeah. I'ma show you, or we could shine the light, yeah. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay, it's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Your love, your love. Your love, your love. Hold me up, cause you never wanna drop me, not me. Got the key, dancing to unlock me. Side to side, know their fingers don't faze me. Crazy to say, but nothing gonna stop me. You're dying to get you. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. You should say what you say. Oh, come on, get it on right on. Oh, come on, get it on right. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Show you, let me show you your love, your love.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Café and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Café. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
I got no bell. Oh, I didn't see
My
the
bell runneth over.
Welcome to a beautiful Friday afternoon. Windy. I should get the. Oh God. I should get a meteorologist.
That's me, a meteorologist. And today it is lovely outside.
No, you didn't even mention about the 2 storms out in the ocean.
I only saw one. Actually,
one?
there's 2. There's one in the Gulf, right?
In the Gulf, which is supposed to be, it's not supposed to be serious, just a rainmaker.
You always seem to find the darkness, the dark side.
Stop
to
it,
me,
you sound like him.
To me,
Stop.
the one in the Atlantic is going off to sea, and we're going to be good. It's only May. It's not even Memorial Day yet.
A lot of storms. Get your water.
Slick, help me out here.
But buy your cases of water now. Trust me. Go to Costco and every week buy 2 cases of water and put a towel over it and keep it in a dark area.
Why do you need to keep a towel? You keep it in a dark room?
Yes.
Really, that too?
So
it's like
that
a
the
mushroom.
plastic doesn't create cancer.
Really, because it hasn't already created cancer in the light
That's
room?
right. You got 5 seconds before it
On the
turns.
ships that it came over and the hot and the heat and the all of that stuff, and now we can cover it with a towel. Who told you that?
This is just a thing. Like they say, when you
Who
eat,
made that thing up?
when you eat, do you go in the ocean or the pool to swim?
Sure.
You have to wait an hour.
Says who? I know, the cramp thing.
Yeah.
I never eat enough to get a cramp, so.
That's what they used to tell us. Don't go in the ocean. So we used to look and wait and wait.
Yeah, I know, it was a
5
thing.
minutes.
All these things that the theys made up, but I'm really wondering who told you about the towel thing.
I read it somewhere. It says cover it.
Really?
Keep the USV
You are,
rays,
you,
UV
UV
rays off of it.
Really? So that would be don't keep it in the sunlight. But what about your house?
In my house, you got to keep it in the dark. Keep it under your bed even.
Really?
Yes.
What's under your bed? Bad feng shui, by the way, to keep things under your bed. You know what that means? You hold on to baggage. You should have clean underneath of your bed.
What is it? You and this guy drank some kind of tea today?
I'm telling you, I almost had a nervous breakdown over there this morning, but yes.
You know, we didn't talk about what happened at the airports this morning.
What happened?
Did you see?
No.
No flights.
Why?
Because they shut down the ticketing, how to get on the plane was completely shut down.
Who did that?
They had a computer malfunction.
I did not see that.
I'm afraid to ask you what you got going there.
Oh,
Mary Pickford,
but it's not pink.
but it's made with pineapple juice. So
He made me a Mary Pickford with pineapple juice, Teddy.
it's made with pineapple.
A Mary Pickford with pineapple juice.
Yeah. Seriously.
Let's see. I gotta say, I've never had a pineapple martini before, but it's good. You can't have. Is there anything in here besides pineapple juice? It's a pink martini without the pink, but it's delicious. No, it's good.
Oh, but no,
It's like pineapple juice in a martini glass.
I use simple syrup.
And after this commercial break, we will. I guess they are, you know.
It's Slick Saloon. I use simple syrup.
Slick Saloon is open. It's a Gubba Rum Friday, is all I can tell you. So you know what? It is 12 o'clock someplace. Thank you, Slick.
You better put a parachute on that drink as it comes down.
Why?
Because it's very different.
Very nice. Happy Gubba Rum Friday to you, Freddie.
What flavor did he put in there? Pineapple?
Pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice and simple syrup.
And
I thought
simple
you
syrup.
wanted a peach in there.
The pear? I'll do a pear one the next time. I do want to try the pear juice. So it is a Gubba Rum Friday here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Wayne Henry is not here today, as he always is on Friday. He is actually at Benihana's in West Boca. But don't worry, because if you're interested in getting your pre-needs or some more information, we're having a ladies' night here on Friday, June 11th at 6 o'clock for single women, for any type of woman who's just trying to get your pre-need in place to really just plant the seed or even have a private meeting with Jackie Green. She's going to be here running the women's event. And then in Studio A is going to be your men's event with Wayne Henry, sponsored by Gubba Rum. Ladies' event is sponsored by Lost Harbor.
We're a
doing vodka craft making.
we're a little bit lost in the Studio 8 thing.
Why are you lost?
Because it depends. We may not do it.
All right.
We
Well,
may
the
not.
ladies' night is definitely happening because it's the ladies' night. So it's free cocktail making class. Jackie Green is going to be here of Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. And I was actually at dinner with my girlfriends the other night, and they said, "I can't believe you really did your plans." And I said, "You know,
Are your
empowering
girlfriends
that was."
coming that night?
I invited them to come. I'll see if they.
There seems to be miscommunication on how to make an arrangement to be here?
Just write into Facebook. It is on a Facebook event. It is on an Eventbrite event. You can always call into the studio. You can message me on Facebook. If you have my number, you can text me or call me. Someone actually did that last night to make sure they reserved their space.
I think that's the easiest way because everybody's very confused.
Just text me or call me or message
They're
me
so
on Facebook.
confused that men are applying to be here.
Just
It's a
message
women's
us on
event.
Facebook. But here's the amazing thing is that people are like, wow, oh, yours is pink. That is empowering to be able to do that. And it really is. It's to know that you can put all your plans in place as a mom, as a woman, and say, you know what, I got this for my family. And I know what I got to do.
You know, it's really funny because I know you have to put your plans in place. My aunt is going through this. It's really crazy how she says to me, Freddie, I don't even know how to pay the accounts that are due in the house, the mortgage, because she never did it before.
Yep.
And Willie died, and she was up a tree with this whole thing. So, again, until it hits home, you don't know how important it is to do what you're supposed to do. Get back
So,
to the bed.
ladies' night, Friday, June 11th at 6 o'clock p.m. right here in the Brooklyn Café Show studio. It is a free event. We just do need a head count to make sure we have all the proper drinks and everything put together properly for you. So you can always give me a text. The number is right here on the flyer. You can find it on our social media. You can find it on Facebook. You can message me on social media, or you can just write in.
Did you say properly so that we can proper?
Properly, so I have enough vodka.
You said so I can properly
So I can properly get everything out properly.
That's right. Just let us know you're
Perfectly
coming so
proper.
we
And me and Mary Poppins.
so we can give you a cup.
We're perfectly-
Otherwise, you're gonna be drinking out of a straw in
Mary
your
Poppins.
hand.
We're perfectly popular or proper in
Slick,
every way.
What you
I
put
don't
in
know.
a drink? Slick?
Some pineapple juice and some simple. It's the sugar is all I can tell you. Happy Friday to you.
Listen, I'm excited. I got breaking news.
Yeah.
You know that we started to send up the Comcast commercials,
Very
which you're going to be
excited.
seeing as of the 1st of next month, the 31st of this month, the 1st of next month. And then I got another idea and found out that they do Spanish commercials. They have 8 channels
Well,
that they can put the Spanish commercials as well in Spanish. And then you can have it converted to English and still be part of the package.
very exciting.
So that's kind of cool. So I'm
Very
looking
cool.
at the demographics, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Let's Go. You got Fox Deportes, you got Discovery in Spanish, CNN Spanish, something called Go Televisión. You ever heard of that?
No?
Me neither.
I don't
Canal
know. I like the
Sur,
telenovelas,
Universal,
though.
Universal.
Very
Universal.
nice.
And then they got the History Channel in Spanish. Did you know the History Channel was in Spanish?
It's very cool.
Very cool, very cool. Give us a call so you in the Latino market want to get Lena involved in that as well. You can actually do your Spanish to your Spanish, and then we can mix English and Spanish. Even Justice says, do you ever stop?
Nope.
I said, no. He says, that's a brilliant idea.
888-994-4995, Studio A, and we've got some new commercials coming out, so you'll see just exactly what we're talking about with the Comcast commercials. We have Dr. Ellick joining us. Dr. Laura Ellick is joining us, I think, from, I don't know if she's Palm Beach Gardens or Jupiter. We're going to find out. Going to bring over Dr. Laura. Oh, there she is. She's looking so very
Hello.
proper. How are you?
Guys, how you doing?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm actually in Tequesta today.
Tequesta.
Tequesta. Wow.
Tequesta is where Futures is located, so that's where I am today.
How is everything going with you?
Wow, it's been like really busy. I don't know if there's something in the moon, something in the air. It's
Yep.
been like a wacky couple of weeks, right?
Thank you very much. Yes, it has been so wacky that I've actually looked at the moon to see if we're at a full moon, and we're not. So,
We are.
what is this?
I couldn't tell you, but my entire office has all of my crystals. I got stuff all over the place trying to just calm it down.
So, I'm glad you're here because that is exactly, I'm almost feeling that last year we had more sense of what was going on in business and in life than we do right now. I feel like a year later, we're more upside down than we were a year ago.
I I think there is a lot of confusion about just opening up the economy, opening up the world. People's social skills seem to have sort of gone by the wayside. I think people forgot how to talk to people. There's just some really crazy stuff going on, just rudeness, disrespect. And I'm a positive person, so to see all of this, it's like really disturbing. But there's a lot of like that negative stuff going on, kind of the me sort of thing, and less of the community aspect.
And it starts to permeate you. I felt it this morning when I walked outside. And normally I walk out and the birds are singing. I feel like Giselle. And I'm like, oh, my birds are singing. The sun is shining. But I didn't even feel that. And I had to like jolt myself and say, but it's a new day and you're going to be great. And the sun is shining and everything is good. But yeah, it's this permeating heaviness that is coming from every which way. You and I have seen it a lot.
Dr. Laura, I wanted to call you because I think we need to have a consult.
An intervention?
A consult. Because things are changing right now. I have noticed that I am beside myself. They keep doing this scaring me tactic about roaches and animals, and I am like, my nerves are shot.
He's very much on edge.
And I jump 15 miles. It's like craziness. So I cry because my curtain rods didn't show up yesterday. I'm very emotional. Is it because of all the stuff that we've been through? And I'm sitting here looking on the news how people are debating whether they should wear masks, not masks. The Knicks are going to have 15,000 people at Madison Square Garden, which, again, getting everybody back in here. Do I go see a Met game tonight wearing a mask, not wearing a mask? There's so much intensity. This is worse than when it was. We were going through it.
Yep.
I think the uncertainty is really killer. I think the guidelines are loose at best. When the rule was everybody locked down, nobody do anything, at least we had some sort of clarity. Now it's kind of like, well, maybe it's okay to do this, maybe it's okay to do that. I, for one, I'm vaccinated, but I still don't want to go to Mickey. I still don't want to go to a concert. I'm like feeling very weird about that. And even I don't know what that's about. Like, I know the science. I'm okay with the science, but I never really liked being crowded around people anyway. And I just can't see myself going back to that.
What are you suggesting with your clients? What are some of the ideas and the things that you can put in place, some of the tools?
Well, some of the things that we've been talking about is it's almost like coming down off the mountain after being isolated for so many years, right? So you're starting to integrate back into society again. It's overstimulating, right? If you are ordering stuff on Amazon because you were afraid to go into CVS or to the grocery store, it's a different experience than when you go into the grocery store and you see 50 different kinds of Starbucks coffee. The choices all of a sudden become overwhelming. Do I park my car here? Do I park my car there? Do I wear a mask? Do I not wear a mask? We know that when our coping skills, if our ability to cope is here and our stress is here, we have a gap. And in the gap is where we have symptoms. And so that's what I'm seeing with people is we're taxed. And it's the littlest thing, such as my curtain rod doesn't fit, that can totally send us over the edge.
My skirt doesn't fit, I've got a pimple, I can't hide it behind a mask anymore. It's so much layers of the little anxiety, but you're seeing this on every level.
On every level. We were talking about it in a group the other day, this idea of big T for trauma and little t for trauma, and how so many little t's just really build up. And I think that's what we've been seeing here. It's trauma after trauma after trauma. Plus the social isolation, plus the uncertainty. Now all of a sudden it's a free-for-all. We're not used to being around people. Can you imagine how kids are going to be when they go back to a full school with however many thousands of people?
It's
a
true.
lot.
And then,
Overstimulating.
And kids don't understand what's going on. I think you're going to see behavior all over the place because the parents are having a hard time with it. Kids are going to be more in the dark with this thing, and then they're going to bring it home. They're going to bring the mess. I mean, it could be the biggest mess in the history of this country in the next 6
I think
months?
it's just so much uncertainty. It's financial uncertainty that we're just printing gobs of money because we're paying all of this money out, and then what's the value of the dollar? And everything is on this squeaky wheel that if it just shifts one way, like Bitcoin, it's down 5%. Elon Musk goes on, he does one thing, and he's on SNL, and all these scammers come out, Bitcoin drops. And then you start thinking, well, if this drop, what's the market going to do? And the housing market is skyrocketing, and everyone's like, yes, let's get on it, but then where do I go? So we're building on our own anxieties because we're trying to get in and do things, but yet we're leveling up our anxiety, plus returning to work, plus the grocery store, plus your kids don't wear masks, but you're supposed to set a good example now and wear them, so the kids model by example. You must be Dr. Laura on every level, because you're just not dealing just with one type of patient or client.
Right, right. I have kids, I have adults, I have people of all different populations. I have two of my own kids who are home with me and just dealing with that. One is homeschooling, one is working. So we have challenges related to that. You know, a meltdown. Google Chrome book wasn't charging this morning. What do we do if she can't attend school? But you know, I think there was no psychological preparation for going into lockdown. Obviously, we didn't know. There's no psychological preparation for coming out of lockdown, and this is where we really need to be, and this is where we're failing everybody. It's not just, it's open, let's go back to normal. The world has changed, we have changed, and we need to transition people back, and everyone is forgetting that.
Well, when your kid is having a meltdown, what do you suggest we do?
Number one thing I tell people right away is just pause and take a breath. Because the first thing that happens when people get anxious and overwhelmed is they hyperventilate. As soon as you hyperventilate, game is over. You can't think properly, your thoughts are racing because your heart is racing. All you have to do is take 10 seconds to stop and take a breath. It brings everything down. After that, you can then make a decision about what's the next step. Usually with one of my kids, let's go outside and take a walk. It's not a disaster. It's a disaster, but are you alive? Yes. Do you have food in the house? Yes. Are all of your bones okay? Are you bleeding from anywhere? No. Let's go outside, get away from it, take a walk, and let's figure out what to do. Sometimes removing yourself from the situation is the most helpful thing to do.
Going for a walk, getting some fresh air, going back to the grounding techniques. And then when you've got a kid, and whatever age his kid is, do you as a parent suggest alternatives or solutions, or do you ask them, well, what would you do in this situation? When inside you're screaming, oh my God, you got to do this. Do you jump in and save your mom and dad, or do you say, how would you handle the situation?
I think it depends on the situation. In the immediate crisis mode, yeah, definitely you want to be parent and you want to help them, get themselves together. But for future situations, I often work with kids like, okay, do you see how this escalated? What could we have done differently next time so that it doesn't get to this degree? And what can we put into place now? And what do you need right now? If you need a stress ball in your bedroom, let's get one. If you need to make sure that you have a snack regularly so that you don't get too hungry, let's make sure that you have one accessible to you.
Your coping skills and what to do next.
Well, the strange thing is that you could be all good, and then somebody comes into your house or into your framework, and they're a panic-stricken mess. Now, you could choose to walk away, or you talk to them, and the next thing you know is you're feeling their anxiety. They're taking it to another level. Everybody right now is so panic-stricken. I picked up my car today, and I asked the lady who was attending my car a simple question, and she went off on me. I says, you know what, you're having one of them days, I gotta go. And I laughed because she says to me, well, why didn't you say this before? But I did, and it's written. Everything was written what I said. And she says, well, you have to leave the car. I says, I ain't leaving the car, I'm done. I'm gone, gotta go. It's Friday, maybe that's the problem.
Well, I've even seen your level of stress be escalated this week.
That's because of you. With your jumping, making me jump 15 feet.
No, but I have. It's just
Did
it's
you
been
tell her
different.
about the roach? Doc, I tell you,
He's
I'm a
afraid
wreck.
of cockroaches. So now I play this game and I just scream, and he jumps. And I've done this to him 3 times this week.
Last week, there's in the newspaper, there's pictures of me screaming like a
'Cause
girl.
I can't believe he falls for it every time. But just trying to
gosh.
add some levity.
And at the radio station, Jordana did it.
I know.
With the
But you're
umbrella.
very on edge. Your nerves are just very like.
But look what I got to deal with. I got you, I got that, I got over there, I got those in there.
But look what everybody is dealing with right now, right? The return to work, going back to the workplace. What are you suggesting for people?
Don't.
Really?
I would love it if I really would like to keep some of the habits that we've been able to institute during the time of COVID. Number one, the idea that health comes first. I really, really hope that we can hang on to that. You know, in this particular situation, it was sort of life and death, where it was don't come to work, you might have COVID and you might kill everybody. But now that we're getting back into the workplace, I see things falling by the wayside, where it's kind of like, yeah, you know, I'm not feeling well. Is it allergies? Is it cold? Well, just come in and that, I think, is the worst thing that we could do for ourselves, is to go back to that kind of living. It's just not good.
I think you're 100%
You know, so the
right.
virus is supposed to slow us down.
We have to make changes. You're absolutely right. Do you know, I washed my hands yesterday, and I dried them, and they were standing in front of me. It says, that wasn't 20 seconds. And I said, you know what? You're right.
Who do you hang around?
No, check this out. She was right. I'm cutting short. I'm doing shortcuts. In here, in this room, in this building, I'm always telling the producers, no shortcuts. That will create bad habits. She's right. I went back and washed it, counted to 20, and then dried it. You know why? Because exactly what Doc is saying. What got us into the soup was that we weren't clean. We weren't right. We weren't thinking right. And we're going back to that because thinking wrong is a whole lot easier than working right. It just is.
But I've noticed there's a whole new level of fear and anxiety of people. I've got the sniffles. But they're saying I can't come to work. So now the workplace has less people in it, but yet you're trying to grow a business. People want to get paid, and there's so many unknowns. There's no right or wrong. I guess you have to talk to your employer about that.
There is no right or wrong, but we know that traditionally in our country, taking care of our health is, it's not really viewed as something positive. We are the kind of culture where it's, you know, pull yourself up on your bootstraps and go to work. How many times have you heard people say, I pulled an all-nighter last night, but here I am just chugging coffee, and everyone's like, yeah, you're mad, that kind of thing. That's not our role model. Shouldn't be.
And I'm noticing that mental health right now, thankfully, is being acknowledged as something that needs to be addressed. Whereas before it was, oh, come on, just go to work, or get over it, you're going to be fine, just breathe and move on. At least now, maybe this is the silver lining, is that it has recognized mental health as something that is so critical to everybody, and it's as much, if not larger than I've got the sniffles or I've got a stomach ache. It's huge. It's not just you or me that it affects. It permeates everything and everyone.
Right, right. And I think what needs to happen is people need to remember to use their voice. You know, I can't today, I'm sick, and that means I can't give the company, I can't give my boss, I can't give my clients the best of me.
But at
It's
some
really
point, do you, as an employer, someone say, you know what, you've been out a lot lately. Do they offer help, or do they say, you know what, maybe this isn't the right job for you? I'm almost seeing there's going to be a turn in this acceptance when businesses have to really get going again. Are you finding that with some things?
I haven't found it. I mean, there's always a possibility that that's going to happen. You know, there are so many people who are also COVID long haulers, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen with people's health. I mean, I'm discussing people who have like a legit concern, who really have like a stomach bug and shouldn't be at work, right?
Yes.
So for other people who are maybe taking advantage of the system, that's a totally different story. But for the most part, I see parents who send their kids to school sick because we don't have adequate childcare available, because we don't allow parents to work remotely. If we can set all of this up, I think it makes our productivity in the long run much better.
Interesting.
And parents who are home with their kids, what kind of advice are you offering? Because at every level now, you're getting inundated. It used to be, you know what, you're going to go to school today, or you're going to go to sleepaway camp, and mommy and daddy are going to work. It has totally changed this year. The stress of being home, long haulers, people have gotten sick. Now people have been vaccinated are now testing positive. It has to be adding a whole nother level of stress to your clientele.
Absolutely, because everybody expected that there would be an end, and we don't know when the end is. So there's the physical illness that people are dealing with, there's the emotional illness that people are dealing with, the stress, the anxiety, the uncertainty. It really is like that perfect storm, and we're in a period of transition. It will be very interesting to see how the corporate world manages this. Do we go back full time? Do we allow some people to work remotely? Are we more flexible with sick time and vacation time? I mean, how many companies do you know give vacation time but don't actually let their employees take it?
And vacation time, now that people were so remote, has that changed? Has PTO changed because people weren't physically in the office? You clock in almost on the honor system. You clock in, you go grocery shopping, they still think you're clocked in. I don't know. I mean, to me, it's a whole nother thing for corporate America to be. You and I have had to change some things. A whole nother side of what corporate America, or even small business, is now looking at.
What's interesting for me is, any company makes a lot of money off me, because when I work remotely, I work way more than I would when I'm in the office. Just because I don't have the distraction of being in an office. So for me, it's a little bit of a different story. But I'm interested to see what winds up happening in our company.
Are you doing virtual visits for people to contact you?
Yeah, I'm doing virtual. I'm back into the office sometime for in person. I'm back to doing book signing workshops. I'm back to doing all of that. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
She's back to book signings.
Oh, really? It's interesting that you talk about the workforce, because there's different levels of workforce. A person can come back to work, doesn't feel good, doesn't feel comfortable, and productivity is going to drop to maybe 10%. So is it better to keep that person at home where they can give you productivity virtually more than they can coming in?
Interesting.
That's the first thing. The other thing is, I noticed that Florida is a seasonal state where people come in, and we need less people working than in the summer, more people in the winter, because people come back and forth for the restaurants and everything else that we have. It's like La La Land in this state. And that's changed. A lot of people don't want to work in the summer because they figure the numbers are down. Again, psychological. I think that the aspect of getting people back on board right now is more important psychologically than physical and the performance of work.
The most recent statistic that I showed that
And it froze.
so we had an increase in productivity.
Say that again, because you froze.
The recent research that I showed that workers who were working remote, they were actually rated as being more productive.
That's what you had just said. That's interesting.
And job satisfaction was also higher, because they knew that they didn't have to stress out about taking their kid to the doctor at 12 in the afternoon. They knew they could make up that time at 8 o'clock at night when the kid was sleeping. That makes loyal employees. That's just good business.
I read something in the New York Times that was saying exactly what you're saying, is that productivity from being at home mushroomed, because it let you attack some of the things at home that you had to deal with, and then asking people to go back into the office. So the question is, do you go 3 days in the office, 2 days at home, or vice versa? Do you work it out? You got to be, as a business person, you got to be on point. You got to make adjustments to get the most that you can out of your workers. It's like having a football team. You want to have the players, the right players in the right position. This is what's going on right now. So some people are going to have to make some decisions. Sending your kid to school, mask or no mask. How do the kids feel? If you send your kid to school and he's not comfortable, he comes home with a D, then what do? You're going to say, oh, the system did this.
How are you finding the kids' response right now?
Yeah, a lot of the kids are saying, let's get rid of the mask, time to get rid of the mask, because they're scared, right? How is it that a month ago everyone had to wear a mask or we're going to die, now all of a sudden we have to wear a mask? What changed? Kids don't understand the science. They don't understand the immune system, and nobody's really explaining it to them.
Which is true, and it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And you don't understand what it is and who wears what when. It's outside, it's okay, but if indoors, it's not. And we're trying to keep everyone safe. Yeah, it's almost like it's okay for it's like the parent table at a party, a holiday, and then you got the kids table. And it should be okay, right? Not do as I say, not as I do. It should be the same.
Yeah, but then you go to the Marlins game and there's 15,000 people in the stands with no mask.
But explain that to kids.
And
that's
so
the hard part.
you're going to explain to your kid, that's because everybody here has a shot. Okay. You walk up to the guy, yeah, you got your shot. No. I mean, what do? And then all this begins to bubble. So you say, you know what, we're not going to the game. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go anywhere until this thing settles down. Lying is part of the game. I'm sorry. Lying, people lie. People don't want to wear a mask, and they're going to say, yeah, I got the shot. No, you didn't. I know this for a fact of 3 people. And they lie. So I wear a mask, not because of me. And I remember, if I wear a mask, I'm protecting you.
Yeah, I never believed in that. But what about kids that are going to college? I know I digress, but she's only got 2 more minutes.
Kids going to college, it's going to be a little bit different this year. I think a lot of schools are starting to open full time. It'll be very interesting to see how the kids respond to that. The seniors, of course, have been ready to go for a while. The flying is going to increase as kids are going to school, which is kind of interesting. I flew over the weekend back and forth to New York, and I found it very interesting. The words, had just come out, masks are optional, you don't need masks, maybe you need masks. And then you're on JetBlue, and JetBlue is all of a sudden saying all masks, even between bites and sips.
Wow.
Which I'd never heard before.
So
bites and sips.
Even between?
Right? Yeah, they became more strict than they were prior, which I didn't understand.
Wow.
I have a mask that has a straw sewn into it.
That solves the problem right there.
Like, I understand, because people keep their sandwich out for a 2-hour flight because they're eating. So they couldn't put a time. So if you're going to sit there, look at your food, so you don't wear a mask, then put your mask back on. It's not easy. No matter what you do, someone's not going to be happy with what you do.
That's right. That's right. What I'm more concerned about is let's see what happens as the malls get more crowded, as stores get more crowded. I probably will not go back. I just don't like crowds anyway. I kind of like shopping online.
Agreed.
I'm buying a bubble suit. I'm going to put on a space suit.
Well, I'm excited that Dr. Laura's coming in next week with her daughter. We're going to see them here in studio.
Finally.
That's right. The princess is very excited.
Is she here for the summer?
She's here for a couple of weeks because she was on remote, and she was just going nuts being at home, just on her Chromebook all day. So we figured come down to Florida, and it means she can sit outside, go to the pool. She's loving life right now.
Her daughter?
Her daughter, so I'm excited. Your daughter is 14?
Oh, please. She's 11.
Oh.
11 going on 20.
So what we're actually going to do is a couple of things. Dr. Laura's going to join us for our show segment, but I'm going to have them do a segment for the Kids Network also. So her daughter's going to interview Mom, and we're going to kind of do a 2-for-1. So we've been working on this for a week, so I'm glad she's in town.
Absolutely, and I have no idea what she's going to ask me, so have your filters.
Slick, you're going to be on point on that one.
She's
He's
gonna
like, "I
want
got
more of an
this."
allowance. Oh boy, I'm gonna give her some side notes.
How do people contact you, Dr. Laura? Because everyone's going to need your help right now.
Everyone can reach out to me at my website, www.lauraellick.com, or shoot me a text, 516-635-6186.
Maybe we can start asking questions of your daughter what to ask. What would you ask your mom if you could? Things to ask your mom, the psychologist. That's kind of cool. Let her ask her friends.
Yeah. Cool, I love that.
Awesome.
We will see you guys next week for sure.
Great. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us.
Take care. Peace out, guys.
Bye-bye.
Interesting, having your daughter come and interview you.
So we're going to do that next week. Put
Do
that
you
on the
remember
Kids
the
Network.
most embarrassing question you asked your mother, your dad, or your mom?
Yeah, but I can't tell you what it is. Sorry, was that embarrassing? I guess I should ask you. Do you remember the most embarrassing thing you asked
I asked my
them?
mother. I said, "Where do babies come from?"
That was most embarrassing?
Yes, because they took out the encyclopedia. Oh, God. They started going over stuff in the encyclopedia. And then they took out medical books. And they sent me to my uncle, AKA the snake, next door. And he had all these books and everything else. And I said, never mind.
And now there's so many more emotional, mental health issues and discussions that are going on. It's like you become parent and therapist all rolled into one. Remember, it used to be parent or friend. Now it's parent, friend, therapist.
To always be. I think that we're changing the game because we've uncovered you can't be your friend to your kids all the time. I tell you all the time, you think you know your kids, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You don't know a damn thing. Your friends know more about your kids than you do.
But things
They're
are changing. Workforce cultures are changing. School's coming to
Yeah,
an
you too.
end. Senioritis, you name it. The kids are going through it right now. And then they hear there's storms. I mean, emotionally, for these kids, I don't know how they're getting through, but
And they're gonna have to,
thankfully
because-
they've got Dr. Laura and people like Dr. Laura Ellick are there for somebody to talk to.
It ain't easy doing
not
what she
easy.
does. Wonder which is the best comfortable. Do they still do the couch thing where you lay down?
I don't know. I'll have to ask her next week.
Slick, I want you to volunteer on the couch. Slick on the couch.
Slick on the couch. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Trip Delivers, maybe Maria from Spa Facial, and Gubba Run's going to be joining us. So we got
Gotta
a full
get your
packed
Gubba
hour.
on.
Get your Gubba weekend on.
That's
that was
right.
a nice little pineapple martini.
I can see that.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Strong cup of coffee is what keeping you awake? From your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee. The official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Dr. Laura Ellick, a licensed psychologist practicing in both Florida and New York with over 20 years of experience, addresses the negative thoughts that are keeping you stuck in your lifestyle patterns. Dr. Ellick works with children, teens, and adults, from anxiety and depression to eating disorders, addiction recovery, and medical issues. Making a deep interpersonal connection is a magical part of the therapeutic relationship. Contact Dr. Laura at 516-635-6186 or at Laura Ellick, ELLICK.com for a personalized consultation. It's time to remove the blocks that are preventing you from achieving your dreams. Call Dr. Laura Ellick at 516-635-6186 or at LAURAELLICK.com.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Café. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. What do you got here?
I have to tell you, I have to go see Maria. I got to make an appointment. Spa Facial by Maria, this segment of the show brought to you by the Spa Facial. I need to go, this mask knee, I know everyone talks about it, but what wearing the mask and my glasses have done to my complexion has been really not fun and not attractive. And like Dr. Laura said, every little thing sort of sets you off. If your skirt's too tight, if your jeans are too tight, if you got an extra pimple. It's just all these little T's, these little traumas in life are setting people off. So for more relaxation, check out the Spa Facial by Maria. You can find her on social media. You can also give her a call. She's got an amazing skincare line, 954-213-5034. She's got her own line, facial scrub, moisturizer, cucumber cleanser, and then the tea tree spray.
It's amazing how you know all of this.
Because I know what underneath this makeup is like volcanic eruptions.
She was supposed to join us today, but she's been so busy. She's one of the few people I can honestly say is humping it over and over again, 9 to 9. Getting
She's
over the
humping
day.
it?
Humping it.
Slick.
She's humping it, right?
So give her a call, or you can buy a gift card. I bought one for my daughter. I guess the air, I feel like you right now. Can you take over, please? Spa Facial by Maria. I'm going to give her a call, set up a facial. She does manscaping, facials, waxing, massages, foot detox, even for men. Zoop.
954-213-5034. Give her a call, give her a holler. And if you want to get a gift card for somebody you care about, this is a nice little gift.
I actually got a gift card for my daughter for her birthday. Her birthday was May 5th. She has not even had a chance to call to make an appointment, which just shows you right now as a teacher, your teachers are just, they're wrapping up and the kids are excited, but the teachers are working double, triple time right now. So give your teacher a gift, teacher appreciation, school appreciation, well deserved.
And it's funny because Maria has agreed to do the Comcast commercial, and we're waiting for her to show up so that we can put that together for her as well. Again, it's a nice luxury day spa for her. Organic facials, foot detox, aromatherapy, reflexology, even teeth whitening.
And Father's Day's coming as well. You know what? Men need some pampering too. I know, I actually said it.
I think men need to be shaved from foot to head. 954-213-5034. Give Maria a call and tell her, take out the razor and make you look young again.
The Spa Facial by Maria. Hopefully she'll be joining us via VMix. It depends in between clients. So maybe we'll get a chance to check out the spa.
Busy lady. Busy, busy, busy.
We also have Bob Anteville with Trip Delivers. He's joining us. I don't know where he is now. Maybe he's still in New York. So let's find out. Let's bring Bob over. Hey, Bob. He's in the car.
I am in my car. I just left Brooklyn. I'm now in New Jersey. And I'm spreading the word here about Trip Delivers in New York.
Are you in New York yet, set up for Trip Delivers?
No, we're not. Currently, we're in Nashville, Tennessee, Moorhead, North Carolina. We'll be in Chicago, Las Vegas, Dallas, and of course, Southern Florida within, I would say, another 3 or 4 weeks.
It's amazing because people should be calling Bob to get information to become a driver. And the restaurant business should get to know what Bob is offering them because it's a win-win on both sides.
Yep.
New York, is it going to be in all 5 boroughs, Bob?
Well, I believe it's going to start in Brooklyn because that's where my concentration, my personal concentration has been. There are so many restaurants, you can't believe it. And the reception that I've gotten from many of them is like, can you open now?
That's interesting. What are they saying? How is business up north right now?
You know, it's really surprising because what they've done is they've made these little, almost like trailers on the sidewalk and on the street.
Really?
And you would see so many people sitting and eating and having cocktails on these little buildings. And as I understand it, the city of New York is going to allow them to have this open dining area. So it's on this. It's actually not on the sidewalk. It's actually in the street. They've taken away parking spaces.
So instead of opening indoors, they're opening outdoors.
Right. Well, they're opening indoors too, but they're pushing the outdoors.
You know, it's interesting you say that because there's an eatery that I went to last night here in Atlantic, Limburgers, is moving their operation. They've been 38 years in this place. They're moving to the corner because it has an outside presence.
Where are they even located?
Atlantic and
East or west?
and Military.
Oh, okay.
It's right on the corner there. And
okay.
Limburgers has been
It's
there
right-
38 years, and they're doing the same thing. There's more people going to the outside because they told the owner that they want to eat outside for the time being, so they're going to accommodate. They're moving in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Well, the interesting thing about it is many restaurants, when you call for a reservation or you go on Open Table, and they ask you specifically if there's any special requests you have, and if you want to be sitting outside, you're going to wait while you can get an immediate reservation for indoors.
And sometimes being indoors is less people than outdoors if that's your concern. But I want to talk about trip delivers. What are you going to be able to offer in South Florida or New York or
Jersey.
Dallas when all of your locations open? What are the services that Trip Delivers offers?
Trip Delivers will be offering delivery services to homes, offices, businesses, even the beach.
Wow.
In and around southern Florida, from Miami all the way up to Jupiter. The restaurant owners will have the ability to pay as little as $2 for delivery to any of those locations. So we're looking for restaurant owners, we're looking for drivers, and we're also looking for marketers who will be able to recruit drivers. We're also finding that some of the restaurants down here are owned by one person might own 2 or 3 or 4 restaurants, and they're inquiring about all of their restaurants. So when a person can save as much as 20% or 30%, that's substantial. Now, having the ability to make money off of that is just a bonus.
For everyone. It saves the restaurant money, it saves your consumer money, so you're thinking, all right, I can actually order from this restaurant because it's really the price of a hamburger. It's not a hamburger plus $10 extra per burger because they're paying in the delivery service.
That's exactly correct. Now, if you're going to order a meal for 4 people and it's going to be $100, that restaurant will still pay as little as $2. So it's not going to be 20% of $100 or 20% of $50.
Interesting.
It is. And I also want to tell people out there, if somebody's telling you that Trip Delivers is open and operating, it isn't true, correct, Bob?
That's correct. It is only operating in Nashville and in Moorhead, North Carolina.
And that's important that you hear this because what's happening here is that people are spreading rumors about Bob's operation. They're spreading rumors because nobody likes more people.
They don't want competition.
In the competition market. They don't want, exactly. So they're spreading these rumors that are not true, completely false. They haven't even opened the gates yet to talk about some of the nonsense that they're talking about. So I just want to bring that to your attention because this is going to be the wave of the future. You save money, you get the service, and they actually deliver it to the beach and they bring you what you order.
Oh, but not only that, I mean, the fact remains that the drivers are going to be paid by the people they are delivering to.
Oh, that's interesting. So if I would be paying you?
If I were the driver delivering to your home, yes.
So you pay the driver?
That's correct.
Is that built in on the fee, or is it like a tip, and then what if people don't tip?
No, people can welcome to tip always, and generally speaking, they do. We have found in the areas that were open, there are tipping. but the drivers themselves are going to have what we call a merchant account, a credit card processing account. So when it's delivered, the homeowner or the person they're delivering to the office, they can immediately hand them their credit card and get a swipe, and that's it.
It's like a book of business.
Interesting.
It is interesting. The driver
Yeah,
has a book of business. That's great. And,
Yeah.
and the more restaurants that they can pick up from, the bigger the book of business. Wow, that's ingenious. That really gives the driver an advantage.
Well, not only that, the drivers can recruit other restaurants, just like you're saying, Freddie,
Yep.
but they can also recruit other drivers.
Is there a referral? They get a referral?
Every driver that's referred, every restaurant that's referred gets a percentage.
Wow.
Slick, I'm thinking of you. This could be like a side gig for you.
You could
The way
bring
he
in-
drives.
No, he could bring in 15 drivers and be from home. He'll be making money anyway.
Like your friends that are looking for extra money, they could sign up and be drivers. You have a mic right in front of you.
All those DJs that are out of work right now,
Yeah,
Bob.
gotcha.
There's 300 DJs that we know that aren't working.
What is it? I can contact my DJ friends or the people I know that
Yeah.
of work.
Well, you got to sign up and then you register them, and they're working for you.
No,
But more importantly, they're working for you. Okay, and right now, there's no charge for signing up.
Wow.
There's no activation fee. There's a lot of affiliate programs have monthly requirements. There's no requirements. You can drive 2 nights a week or 7 nights a week.
What about insurance on the drivers? They need to provide proof of insurance and car?
Well, every driver gets a background check, of course,
Okay.
and they do have to have proof of insurance, a valid driver's license, and what am I missing here? Just had a brain freeze. I'm sorry.
Background check, driver's license, and
Background
insurance.
check, driver's license, and they pay their own expenses, just like the Grubhubs of the world.
Interesting. But yeah, that's
He
a
just
great
gave
deal.
me an idea. I got an idea.
Uh-oh.
I didn't
right.
understand the full concept of what he's talking about.
Freddie
but
may want to become a driver for you now, Bob.
I gotta tell you something, Bob. You just gave me.
We have to do a background check on them.
I'm
That's
glad
okay.
that you do background checks.
That's okay because I did the presidential stuff. My background is clean, but I love this idea about giving kids an opportunity to make some money out there, and you can recruit not only drivers but restaurants. You can make this a business if you're smart.
Well, what type of money can the drivers make? How are they making the money?
They're making their money by just going out and they're gonna and picking up the restaurants and picking up the consumers and requesting trip drivers by the people who are ordering. I want it to be delivered to me by trip drivers.
And there's a set
So
fee?
there's a set fee for the deliveries and there's a set fee for the commissions. So you can earn as much as 30% of the revenues produced by delivering goods and services, and in some cases you can go as much as 50%.
Wow. That's tremendous.
Yeah, there's nothing. This is more of a business opportunity than a quote unquote delivery service.
And
You're
I
going to
like
have
that
your own
idea.
business.
I can become a food deliverer.
You could be.
I get lost. I can't,
You
but
don't-
other
you don't-
people can.
But you're not seeing what you can do with this thing.
I know. We'll talk about it off air. 'Cause
Yeah, we're
I
talking
know
about
off
Bob.
air.
You just gave me a brainstorm of
I
an
know
idea.
you,
And
but we'll do
can't
this
be.
off air.
This is too good to be true, Bob. I had to call you when we were off the air because I just had between JoJo and my connections in Miami. Are you serious? I'm just waiting for things to open. To be honest with you, on a full capacity like they are now, and getting people back to work because nobody wants to work down here until September 1st. But that's coming real quick.
But the key is we need the restaurants to deliver. So not only do you need to sign up, you need to get the restaurants involved. So you're ordering food and get the word out.
This is what I'm talking about. I have an idea. Very
You know, I want to
simple.
share with you. Sources within the industry tell us that this delivery service is going to be an $8 billion business nationwide.
Wow.
I see it. I can see
That's
why.
huge.
Why are they saying?
Because everybody's getting used to staying home. Look at the numbers. Look at all the people that are putting new kitchens in their houses.
Yeah.
Home Depot and Lowe's, their sales are going through the roof.
True that.
It's true. You want
Outdoor
everything to feel
kitchens are
homey.
being built.
True that. And he makes it more affordable to get the food to you and everything else. It's just like the perfect wave. It's a good idea. And
It
again,
is.
I just want to
It's a
tell
good
people
wave.
that they are not open. So all the rumors is all because they don't want the competition. Some of the companies right now, we know personally or knew one owner of them, aren't doing a good job on these delivery services. So there's a lot of rumors because Bob is changing how the game is played.
Yeah. But I like the background check on it. I love that people can make their own business on it. It's a flat fee. You can order where you want. You just got to get the restaurant involved. And everyone's a win-win on business.
And you become that
You
person's
become your own.
delivery book of business.
Yep.
So that person you always know is going to bring it to you.
You can build a team as wide as you want.
That's the other thing. That's what I'm thinking here.
Interesting. What's the best way for people
And-
to reach you?
Well, they can just pick up the phone and call me. My number is 914-649-1300. Or for restaurateurs, they can go saveondeliveryfees.com.
And when will you be back in Florida?
June 9th.
So he's going to be here for your men's event, your men event.
We had to chit chat.
I am ready for that event. I have some toys that I'm going to share with you folks, and I look forward to seeing you and meeting you again in person.
I
That's
welcome
gonna be
your toys.
fantastic. And you think South Florida is going to open in the next 3 to 4 weeks?
Yes, that's what they're anticipating.
All right, but you can get involved now in the South Florida market. You can start getting everything ready, get your paperwork processed, and when they're good to go, you'll be
Get
ready
involved
to go.
now. Get
Now
involved
it's the time.
now.
Awesome.
Wow.
If you want to register as a driver, you can go to www.thegobob.com.
Thegobob.com. Very nice. I think
Interesting.
Freddie might be registering, Bob.
I got an idea. I'm going to talk to some of the boys. I got an idea. This could be very wins-wins for them and for everybody else.
Yep.
But I want to jump on this before other people. It's a good thing you're away. I'm glad you're away. Stay away for a couple of days. Because when he comes back, when you come
I'm
back,
having a
everybody's
very
gonna jump on
wonderful
this.
time here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, enjoy. I look forward to seeing you again in a couple weeks, but check this out. Oh my gosh, what an amazing opportunity. You can give Bob a call, 914-649-1300. He'll be in-house here for our men's night on Friday, June 11th, ladies' night also. It's not just for men anymore.
It may be a private party.
Okay, all in.
Because Bob is bringing toys.
I don't even want to go there.
All right.
Bob, thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. This is a great opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, you
Bye-bye.
too. And
Wow.
That's
I'm a little afraid, Slick, when we go to commercial break, what he's going to say. Mhm. Yeah.
I think it's a home run. Well, you have to think big. Don't think small. Don't think about getting a burger delivered to you. Think about enterprise.
The business opportunity of it.
That's right. Think about enterprise. You don't need somebody working 24/7 like an Uber driver, delivering like a madman. What you need are people, numbers from Jupiter to Miami.
That deliver for you.
That deliver for you, and you making a nickel on every time a delivery happens.
It's passive income, my friend.
All right. Sign me up.
All right, let's go to commercial break. I think Steve Gubb's going to join us. Maybe Maria, Spa Facial by Maria. This segment brought to you by Trip Delivers. Check it out, tripdelivers.com. If you're interested in starting your own business, if you're a restaurant looking for a better alternative to a delivery service, TripDelivers.com. Give Bob a call, 914-649-1300.
Or give Freddie a call at Café Delivers.
You should make that a phone number, by the way. I like it.
Café Delivers.
Uh-oh. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So you've been hearing all the exciting buzz and chatter about this new game changer pickup and delivery rideshare space. And now you want to know more. Well, forget everything you knew about the tired old delivery and rideshare services that bully restaurants, take advantage of drivers, and confuse consumers into spending way more than they should. Welcome to a new delivery and rideshare company, Trip Delivers and Trip Rides, where we put you first. When you sign up as a driver with Trip Delivers and Trip Rides, we onboard you with your own credit card merchant account. That's right, with Trip, you're in the driver's seat as an owner-operator of your own business, and you'll always earn 100% of the delivery fee, rideshare fee, cancellation fee, wait time, and tip. And therefore, we charge a low monthly fee to use the Trip platform. For only $39.99 per month, you can sign up as a side hustle driver, allowing you up to 75 rides, 75 deliveries, or 75 of both combined per month. Welcome to a new delivery and rideshare company, where drivers earn more, consumers and riders pay less, and restaurants are charged less. Trip Rides. Going places, doing good.
The Spa Facial by Maria has amazing facials, body treatments, and sugar body waxing for any special occasion. All our spa treatments have organic and natural ingredients concentrated just for your skin. We guarantee all natural products help you with that extra feeling of zen. The Spa Facial offers organic facials, foot detox, aromatherapy, manscaping, and face and body waxing. Call the Spa Facial for your spa appointment with Maria at 954-213-5034 or visit her website at thespafacial.info.
Hi, I'm Tracy McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, non-stop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Introducing Verijet, a new concept in short-haul aviation designed to get passengers closer to where they want to go. Powered by the award-winning Cirrus Vision Jet. The aviation world is talking about its unique state-of-the-art safety features, including the aircraft parachute system, and safe return that allows it to land itself in an emergency. Cabins are disinfected between passengers, and microparticle filtration treats the air every 30 seconds. All in a beautifully appointed premium cabin with plenty of room and first-class service and amenities. Verijet, the best short-haul alternative.
Hey everybody, this is Jeff from PromoStuffForYou.com. We are now entering some really challenging and uncertain times, but one thing is for certain is branding and marketing doesn't stop. At PromoStuffForYou.com, we have access to 1.4 million promotional and branded products. We want to sit down with you and help you come up with that right strategy to make sure that the remainder of this year goes smoothly for you and make sure that your name is out there. Branding is the most important thing a company can do, and it's not just for cattle anymore. So contact PromoStuffForYou.com, 561-693-2117. Visit our website, call us, we're happy to help. You can reach us at 561-693-2117. Looking forward to helping you any way we can.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Guess who's on the line? Your good friend, Steve Gubb of Gubba Rum, all the way from, I don't know, where in the world is Steve Gubb today?
It's going to be over by Boston.
Are you getting your Gubba weekend on?
Where's Mr. Steve
You know,
Gubba?
your words are always in my head, get your Gubba on. There he is.
Poof! Here he is. It's magic.
Does he ever sleep or get tired? I don't think he does.
Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Hey, listen. Hey, have you gone to Fenway?
I have not been to Fenway. Forget COVID. I haven't been to Fenway in about 4 years.
Ah.
Who can afford it? I can't afford to go to Fenway.
I was about to
That's
say,
for rich people.
you're a wealthy man.
Get your Gubba on. How is Gubba going?
Gubba is rolling along as we always like to say. Of course, we never seem to arrive at the destination, but we're trying.
It's the
And
journey.
I feel like we're on the express, but we want to stop at a station, if you catch my drift.
You know what? It's the journey, not the destination, that leads you.
You know the movie Along Came Polly with
no.
Ben Stiller and what's her name, Jennifer Aniston? The actor who plays Ben Stiller's father in that movie says to the late Philip Seymour Hoffman that very thing, Don. It's the journey. Have fun on the journey.
Have fun
Because that's
on the
all
journey.
you got.
It's true. Because if
That's
your
all you
final
got.
destination is Wayne, then
Yeah,
all
no,
we got
no.
between here and Wayne is our journey. True?
That is
Yeah,
so
we don't-
sad.
But
We
enjoy
don't like-
life.
We
Wow.
don't like several things we don't like to say, though. We don't like to say that, like when we're traveling, have you reached your final destination? I don't want to say that. We also, when you go to the airport, I like to say I'm going to the ticket counter, the gate. Never say I'm going to the terminal. There are certain, everybody's worried about pronouns as opposed to final destination. This and lifetime warranty is another one. What's lifetime warranty these days?
Were you like an English professor in college?
I wasn't. Yes, I was. I taught the King's English. Unfortunately, nobody speaks the King's English anymore, so I had a limited job life.
I speak the Puerto Rican English from the Bronx called the BSS.
Hey, everything's free in America.
But it is the journey. How's the journey going to Hawaii?
We're doing okay. It's kind of hung up for a bit, but I think we'll be back. Yeah. I've been working, going to customers all week long. I haven't been able to sit here and take care of the larger picture like I should have. But I'll get back on that later this afternoon and the beginning of the week on Monday. But in the meantime, things are progressing very nicely on the west coast of Florida.
Nice.
Very happy about that. And they are starting to progress a bit on the east coast of Florida, so I'm happy about that. Florida's a real key state for me. I always knew it would be. So, hopefully, so we're going. I'm not unhappy. Things are moving along.
Has anything opened up in New Orleans yet?
You know, New Orleans is still a little bit tough. The mayor there is a bit of a tough cookie and is very hesitant to to follow the road of your governor, Ron DeSantis. She is more following the road of my governor, fondly known as, whose name is Charlie Baker, but he's fondly known here as Charlie Parker. On the beginning of the week, he announced that a week from today, not today, a week from today, you could take your mask. It's all the COVID restrictions will be off. Now, a lot of people for the last few years have been saying, well, you've got to follow the science. Of course, our governor doesn't want to follow the science anymore. It's not convenient for him. But that's such is life. We have to grin and bear it and do what we got to do.
But I'm glad business is opening up for you.
Business is opening up, following up with a couple of things that fell apart a year ago, and I really hope that they're going to come to fruition in the next couple of months. That would be most helpful. A pad. Dawn, it's the King's English. This is the King's English, Dawn.
I'm going to give you the Puerto Rican English. You know, New Orleans is an interesting situation because in New Orleans, there's a lot of drinking.
Oh?
When I went down to New Orleans, a lot of drinking, a lot of parties, a lot of hurricanes, and they make it with rums and stuff like that. So he should do real well there. The problem is that they don't want to open up too fast because things get a little bit out of control in New Orleans. If you go down, what is it, Bourbon Street? Is that what it's called?
It is called Bourbon Street, not without good reason.
Every time at 4 o'clock in the morning, they have to wash Bourbon Street down. This is a true story because I was there. I could not believe the stuff on the street. So
There's
it
a lot
ain't
of
the-
stuff.
Oh, a lot of stuff. And then they have these big sewers. I don't know where that stuff goes, but they take out the brooms like they used to do in New York, and it gets a little hairy. So they got to be a little patient.
A few years ago, I was staying just off of Bourbon Street at the Omni St. Louis, and I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to take an early flight. I think it was back to Boston. I had gone to bed about 1 o'clock in the morning, and Bourbon Street and the French Quarter was just packed. The taxi picked me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and Bourbon Street was just packed. Everybody was still there. Packed. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's just so much fun.
I remember I was inebriated at 12 o'clock, and they took me to Bourbon Street. And the owner says, put him in the back. And they put me in this room where people were actually in these comfy chairs, and I slept till 1 in the morning. And then they woke me up, and it was party central till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It is the craziest. I thought New York was crazy. But holy smokes, Bourbon Street is like unbelievable.
But all different things are opening up. Florida is wide open right now.
Yeah, and Florida was pretty much wide open when I was there a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Florida ain't never shut down.
True.
No, and you know what? They did the right thing because their numbers weren't any worse than anybody else's. The worst numbers and the most fatalities were in all these northeastern states with all these very strict governors, and it did nothing.
Yeah,
Look what it's done to the school children
but
and
New
everything.
New York City is a big city. I mean, there ain't nothing like that down here. Boston is another big city.
Bless you.
Boston's another big city. There ain't nothing like that down here either.
That was Cracker Barrel all the way over there.
So you guys have a different dilemma. You know, you're dealing with numbers. You're dealing with big numbers. California, these towns, they're huge. And living on top of each other is not the most romantic thing in the world. Look at what's happening in India.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's tough. you're gonna have to look at this a different way. But when it opens up, those numbers are going to have GUBA on the brain, which is nice. That's what I look forward to.
You've had an event happening down in Coral Gables on the, when is it?
We have a 3-hour tasting event going on tonight. The fabulous Joy Nash is going to be our brand ambassador tonight at the Old Bull Fitness Club. They're opening a new club at 169 Mallorca Street in Coral Gables. They have, I think you can still RSVP if you take a look at my Twitter feed. We posted the link to RSVP on Eventbrite. If somebody still wants to go and you're in Coral Gables, it's going to be a great event tonight. Some great sampling, some wine, some rum, some good food. It's worth a trip to Coral Gables.
I'm going to tell you, I went down last weekend. I was thinking of you, going, it's only an hour drive. It was only an hour drive. But it's like driving through 3 different worlds when you leave Boca down to Coral Gables, because you leave the suburbs of Boca and then you kind of move into the suburbs of West Fort Lauderdale, and then you're on West Miami, and then you migrate down. Next thing you know, you're in a whole nother world, and everything turns Spanish for a little while. And then you migrate into Coral Gables, the old Coral Gables, which is gorgeous, probably where your location is. The trees, the streets, magnificent. And it's packed with people. You're going to have a great event tonight because traffic down there is so crazy. There are so many people in that vicinity of Coral Gables. I'm sure tonight will be great for networking.
Yeah, I have not heard from the managers of the club exactly what their numbers are, but I think it's about 150 people that they will end up with, and that's a great crowd.
It's a great crowd. It's worth the trip.
You know, it is, and we're at a couple of liquor stores right in that neighborhood. There's a place called Big Game Liquors on Southwest 42nd Ave, which, like every street in Miami, has 2 names. I never understood that for the life of me.
Yep.
There's another place called Flagami Liquors on Northwest 7th at 37th Street in a little strip shopping center. And the guy who was the manager at that store, his name is Johan. Go in there if you're listening to me. He is a super nice guy, as is Ed at Big Game Liquors. And unfortunately, we couldn't work it out with Mystic Wines and Spirits on Geralda in the middle of the Gables in time for this event. But we'll be in that store soon after the owner gets back from his trip.
It's growing. It's good. Coral Gables, I was down there last weekend. It was booming, which is really good because it's great for business to see that things are opening up.
Yeah, no, it is. You know, it's funny. A couple of years ago, they started a lot of construction in Coral Gables, specifically on Geralda and on Miracle Mile. Was it a year and a half, almost 2 years, the construction really was tough for the store owners down there. It was a very difficult situation. And in fact, I know a gentleman who owned the club. Freddie, we've talked about this gentleman a couple of times. He lost his club because the city is taking the building. And it's really unfortunate, but if you go down there today, boy, they did a great job. I have to admit it. They did a great job. It's as beautiful as it was before. It's just as beautiful now. They made Geralda Street into a pedestrian mall, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Have you been down into Coconut Grove?
I have not been to Coconut Grove since COVID began. I was there over a year ago, and then there was a ton of construction going on there. Yeah. I don't know if you've been to, there's 2 places there that if you have a chance, you got to go there. One is called the Peacock Garden, which is gorgeous. It's right next to the Sonesta. Highly recommended. There's another place called Le Boucher du Grove, little French restaurant right on it's not Main Street, Grand Avenue, I think it's called. The food is incredible. The great wine, beautiful little place. You might as well be in a little cafe in Paris. Just so much fun to go.
I think some of those locations down on the Grove and Monty's on the Bay and all those would be great for GUBA craft cocktails.
I agree. We just have to convince a few bar managers and we'll be in business.
You know what? It's time to do. We're actually taking a field trip down to Key Biscayne with Wayne. We're going to go see the Memorial Reef. We're going to go out on a boat. So maybe we make it a whole field trip day and do that and get to see it and go to Key Biscayne and go to the Coconut Grove and see some of these little places.
I think it's time.
Enjoy summer. And when are you coming down?
I have the next couple of weeks. I can't make it down. It will be sometime in mid June, a little bit, maybe the third week in June, something like that. I'll be back. Looking forward to my trip back again. I want to get back into my once-a-month rotation because I just love it down there.
Well, Bob Anteville is coming with toys from Trip Delivers for June 11th event, so hopefully you'll be here for that.
I hope so. If I can, I will.
Some toys. I'm not quite sure what kind of toys, but...
Freddie promised me a complimentary private jet trip from Boston right to Fort Lauderdale, nonstop. I'm looking forward to that.
That's true.
Because they told me they were going to demonstrate the parachute.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
On Verijet?
Yeah, they're gonna put you in a plane with no jet engine. They're just gonna open the parachute.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, God help us.
No floaties for you, I know.
No floaties.
I think we need to recreate the espresso martini. I think that's what we're missing, Slick. We need to get back to the espresso martini. He made me a pineapple Pinkford, but it's not pink. He forgot the pink, but we got the pineapple Pinkford we started today. I got to tell you, I was joking with you about what was in it, and I only made it about halfway through it because otherwise I wasn't going to make it through the whole show.
The other thing is we're making the Kendra. I don't know where she is. I'm going to reach out to her to see if she'll come in. But it's a red drink with the gubba, the white gubba. And when she gets here, we'll unveil the Kendra, which is something I've been holding back for 2 weeks now.
Gubba silver, gubba gold.
Silver.
Very nice.
And see.
Very
What's
nice.
your next target market?
I don't have a next one yet, Dawn. We're focusing on the West Coast is really the next one, and expanding on the East Coast in Florida, of course. Getting reorganized, which I have to do in Massachusetts, and getting New Orleans back to where it was just over a year ago. I had a number of accounts in New Orleans, and we were doing pretty well there.
It's going to come back.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
There is no doubt New Orleans will come back. Manhattan will come back. All these areas, they will. People are starting to travel again. They're being more specific where they travel, so they're going to be picking Knoxville, I think. Tennessee is a big place for people that are going to start going because you can't leave here. People aren't going to Europe this summer, so they're staying within the United States for travel.
No, they're not.
So you got to figure where can you go from Florida that's drivable? They're going to North Carolina. They're going to Tennessee. They're going to Kentucky. That's a lot of the Florida people because what's drivable? In the Northeast, you have a whole lot more options than we do down here because it takes 8 hours just to get out of here.
If we drive 8 hours north, we're into Manitoba, Canada.
Yeah, so for us, that's just getting us to Tallahassee. So it takes a whole long time to get out of Florida. So we're limited, but these are the niches that people are going to, and they're going on bourbon tours, and they're going drinking, and they're like picking and choosing where they can go on family events, like take your kid to Dollywood, but then you can do something fun as the adults also.
I've never seen such a flat country in my life. There are no trees here. It takes forever to get out of here.
It takes forever to get out of Florida.
I mean, I'd rather go on boat, to be honest with you, because I have a shot. At least I can see the ocean. But this is like constant one level. You're not a mountain to be seen.
But Key West, people are going to the Keys a lot. The Keys are doing some great advertising. They're doing things safely.
That's a great trip.
But for Gubba, I mean, come on, you got your Gubba shirt. You're ready. You may as well go to Key West and get your Gubba weekend on, Freddie.
I will tell you, I have to brag. Yesterday I was in Provincetown on Cape Cod, and I had a good day in Provincetown. I had one of my other shirts just like this, and I got not one, but 2 compliments on my shirts. I was so excited.
We were working on the shirts, but unfortunately, India has shut down. So her whole business has shut down right now.
I know, we can't get a shirt made out of anywhere right now.
But she's going to be an intern with us this summer.
I actually spoke with the woman who makes this shirt, the woman in California, Karen from Rum Reggae. She has not told me that they can't get shirts. If I put in an order today, she'd probably be able to get the shirts made.
Well, I know that we got shut down because, and you see what's happening in India right now, but we just have to wait and see what happens.
So he'll come in a couple weeks. We'll do some more things. And Joy is the new ambassador now for Gubba.
Yeah, Joy is working South Florida, and tonight's her first outing. We'll see how she does. I think I think, honest to God, I really think she's perfect for this tonight. It's a fitness club. That's her thing, is fitness.
It's perfect. Fit.
So they should love her. She should love them. To me, it's a perfect spot for her.
Absolutely.
So I'm really looking forward to see how this works out. Yeah, well, it should be great.
Some more rum tastings and some more craft cocktail making. We're going to be getting to do that here on June 11th, so that'll be a whole lot of fun also.
Gubba in the house. Get your Gubba weekend started.
Freddieism. I'm dying on your Freddieisms.
I'm going to tell you.
We're actually talking to a couple of larger accounts down there over the next week. We also have a tasting going on at Michael's Liquor on Wyndham Road in Melbourne either this weekend or next weekend. So we've got stuff going on all over the place.
It'd be kind of cool if we could set you up on the Florida Turnpike. You know how they sell oranges outside? If we could set up some like Gubba stands, because
Gubba stand on the driveway.
Because it takes so long to get out of Florida, you kind of just need. Not for the driver, for the passengers.
That ain't happening. No, I don't see that being a good idea. I will tell you.
I'm sure they sell beer.
Let's not entertain that. No, we don't do that.
We don't, but Steve could. We don't.
No, Steve could. Yeah. Let me see how you look at stripes. Listen, we're going to do Cafe Delivers.
Really?
Yes, and what we're going to do is we are going to deliver Gubba.
Right, we talked about that last week.
From the Keys to Jupiter. Well, I just understood what the hell he sells. I got it now.
I just came up with a new segment, guys. Name That Voice.
Who's that voice?
So we're just gonna do a segment called Name That Voice. So we're gonna have you and Steve and Wayne. We're gonna see who can identify the voices without seeing the faces. It'll be a new podcast, Slick.
What the hell did you put in this thing?
Come on, how funny would it be just to hear the Bronx
I don't
and
understand what
Boston
she's saying either.
and Slick?
I don't understand what she's saying either.
Let's do a podcast, Name That Voice.
Dawn, I think that's a great idea because, as I think I've mentioned, that it's clear. I watch a lot of movies and I hear a voice without seeing who the actor is, or if I see the actor when he's 20 years old as opposed to 85 years old, I say, wait a minute, I know that guy. So guess that voice. That's a great game. I would love that one.
We're going to try that. I'm going to tell Teddy.
You're
We're gonna
humoring
put that
her? Are you insane?
Come on, what a great podcast that would be.
Did you see In the
is
Mind of Who? What are you doing to me here? Listen, forget about all that. Did you see the remake of Friends?
Oh, we're not going there again.
Absolutely not.
Do you know who Friends are?
Yeah, I have a few friends. I got you. I got Don. I got Slick.
No, the show Friends.
I know this. Yes, I know the show Friends.
So they made a remake, and the guys look like old pretzels.
They do. They got old.
They look horrible.
But you could add them to Name That Voice. Joey
could.
Fatone,
Joey
What's
looks
the name of who's it? Luke Perry or one of the Perrys? Who, when he did the show, he weighed like 90 pounds. Now he weighs about 290 pounds, unless he lost weight.
Yeah.
Put on a lot of weight.
Only the women look good.
They look great. Don't
Yeah, of
go
course.
there again.
The,
He had a little faux pas yesterday, so.
aha. Did we
They're
have a
still laughing.
wardrobe malfunction, Freddie?
Who are the females on that show?
Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Phoebe, whose name I can't remember.
Lisa
what's her name?
Kudrow.
Lisa
Kudrow.
But Courtney Cox is on there, right?
Yeah.
So I said, I love Cox.
And he didn't know what he said, though.
I didn't realize it. They're in here laughing.
We were dying. Teddy and Slick were rolling on the floor, and by then Taylor was rolling. It was just done.
You had a vocabulary faux pas.
A Freddie faux
I
pas.
didn't even listen. I'm
A faux
Puerto
pas.
Rican. My English not very sexy.
Oh yeah, right.
But I seen
Same here.
Courtney. I seen Courtney on Emergency 911, and she was having a baby. So she was heavy. Then when I saw her yesterday, I said, "Same woman? Wow."
Yeah.
It
Did I
must have
leave
been like
anybody
a
out? Just the
prosthetic
three of
suit.
them. Just the three women, right? That's all.
Yep. 3 women, and there were 3 guys: Ross, Joey, and Chandler Bing.
Right.
Yes,
David
I've watched
Schwimmer
a lot of Friends in the day.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna watch that again.
Well, Steve, thank you so much. Check out, I'm sure people can still RSVP to Old Bull.
I'm gonna when we get off the air, I'm gonna post it up on Facebook. It is on Twitter already. The link to make a reservation if you care to go. We hope you will go. It should be a fun event.
Awesome. Thank you. We look
Again,
forward
it's
to seeing you.
Thank you. We look forward to talking to you next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. It is
You too.
opening up in Boston. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more on our wrap up on our Fun Friday.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
For over 30 years, the acute color sense and masterful presentations of this artist have inspired women worldwide. Barbara's style encompasses it all. Bold and brazen, subtle and calming, Drawing on unconventional techniques and tools, canvas spinning, scraping, and sandpapering, her hallmark is highly textured surfaces and playful resin-filled abstracts. Barbara graduated magna cum laude from New York University. She studied at Cooper Union and the Boca Museum of Art. To view her artwork, visit her website at barbarasilvergallery.com or contact her by phone at 917-757-0447 or by email at barbarasilvergallery@gmail.com.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke? If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
So, you've been hearing all the exciting buzz and chatter about this new game changer in the pickup and delivery and rideshare space. And now you want to know more. Well, forget everything you knew about the tired old delivery and rideshare services that bully restaurants, take advantage of drivers, and confuse consumers into spending way more than they should. Welcome to a new delivery and rideshare company, Trip Delivers and Trip Rides, where we put you first. When you sign up as a driver with Trip Delivers and Trip Rides, we onboard you with your own credit card merchant account. That's right, with Trip, you're in the driver's seat as an owner-operator of your own business, and you'll always earn 100% of the delivery fee, rideshare fee, cancellation fee, wait time, and tip. And therefore, we charge a low monthly fee to use the Trip platform. For only $39.99 per month, you can sign up as a side hustle driver, allowing you up to 75 rides, 75 deliveries, or 75 of both combined per month. Welcome to a new delivery and rideshare company, where drivers earn more, consumers and riders pay less, and restaurants are charged less. Trip Rides. Going places, doing good.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
What a week. Cafe Delivers, ready to set up a
Get your
whole...
Gubba on?
You've had a nice week here, Batman.
I kind of like the whole concept.
What are your plans for the weekend? Anything big going on?
I'm going to maybe have some Gubba, jump in the pool. Did I tell you what happened to me this week?
No.
I didn't even tell you guys.
What happened?
Last Friday, I went home. Saturday morning, I woke up. No, Friday night, I got home, and I had a drink. I'm at Gubba. I'm ready to go in the pool, and my pool's empty. 30,000 gallons of water were gone.
And you didn't know?
No. So I'm standing there. It's a good thing I didn't jump in, because normally I jump in. I would have hit the cement. Not even a drop of water in the tank. And the hot tub was empty.
Now, if you were my father, he'd say, someone stole my water, and he'd be suing somebody.
Well,
That happened to my dad.
So I called the pool guy. He showed up Saturday morning. And I said, where's the water? So he goes to the thing, and where the water drains for the
pump?
The pump, yeah, but where's it? The filters. it popped off. So it must have been shooting like the 4th of July, like a rocket.
An entire swimming pool came out of your pump?
And apparently Beaucaire called us and said, you got a problem with your pump?
You flooded the whole streets of Beaucaire?
The streets, the lake is back up, 30,000 gallons.
Can
It
you
took
fill
3
from your
days
lake or you have to
it.
fill fresh water?
Fully from my lake, are you nuts?
So you filled fresh water. So you got to pay for
3 days.
Nice. That's going to be a nice water bill you got. Are you on city water?
I'm on
Or are you on a
somebody's
pump?
water. No, I went to the hydrant.
Are you on a sewer?
I went to, yeah, I took the water out of the sewer.
No, you know, like a sewer pump.
No, I
a
get
water
the city
pump.
water.
So that's
See,
going to
in
be
New York,
nice.
I used to take it from the hydrant. I have friends that used to fill my pool.
Your friends in high
I
places.
got no friends here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very upset. But can you imagine if I had jumped in?
Well, no, that would be bad.
And I would still be like a giant splat at the bottom of the pool. I had no water.
Did they explain what happened?
I just told you.
But your hot tub too?
All the water drained out.
All by the time you were going for work? It had to be a few days to get rid of the water?
That water was gone in 6 hours, he was telling us. The pump pumped it out in 6 hours.
So now you need a new pump.
The backyard is flooded. It's still wet.
Get rid
So
of
we
your
got a new
house.
pump.
You got to sell. Go. Move. Leave.
And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the pool. Now we check to see
But
if
wait,
there's water
wasn't that
every
the pool pump issue you had from
day. Last
before?
year. Yeah. I said to him,
That
I said,
was
you
it?
and I are being partners because somebody has to pay for this water. It ain't done yet, I tell you right now. But I was telling myself, Slick would have probably jumped in there. And you could, I'm going to tell you, my pool goes to 12 feet on one side. That's a lot of water, man.
It's a lot of water. Oh my, your stories are like my dad's stories.
I knew I should have taken pictures because you wouldn't believe me.
I
Linda
believe
told
you.
Me, don't tell nobody. I says, why not? It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's an empty pool.
The stories of your house are just unbelievable.
Have you ever?
Unfortunately, my parents have stories just like you.
But whose pool gets empty?
Yeah, theirs did too. And then they found the two, but at least theirs got drained into their lake because their pool guy got angry, I think, at them. Yours is all over Beaucaire.
I have a meeting tonight. She's a little upset with me.
I was going to say, I'm surprised Beaucaire hasn't charged you for cleanup.
All right, let's say goodbye, Ollie.
And say goodbye, Lucy. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Get your Gubba weekend on, as Freddie says. Call Maria at the Spa Facial by Maria. Get a relaxing facial. Check out Tracy at Healing Moments if you want a nice, relaxing massage. But most of all, be kind to each other and stay safe. We'll see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time.
And check your pool before you jump in it and have a Gubba weekend. And don't be late. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Well, that's about it for today.
You got it done?
Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Café is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Café on Facebook at the Brooklyn Café TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche. sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping threads and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we